Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 21st of September. We've got some new mods and we've got 4 updates again. 2 maps again today. Backroads County by FSGModding FSG Tasman. That's had an update and it says it requires a new save game. The map Umbrion Valley by Gamer Designs has had an update that says no new save game is necessary. So Backroads Country does need a new save game, Umbrion Valley doesn't. The Mac RD690 by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir, that has had a rear trailer hitch and a trailer added into that pack. And the New Holland T7 series by Blauer have all had updates today. In front of me, we've got part of a pack. Well, it's all out, but this is the one that's in front of me. The Cow Farm pack by Camelos0397, 34.41 megabytes download. I'm going to say this now. The level of detail on this pack is incredible. I mean, that concrete looks like chipped, dinged, damaged concrete. The doors look like they're old. There's, weathering down the bottom parts of it. Incredibly well done. So we've got 4 sheds. I think it's 4 sheds. We've got 4 sheds. We've got an open one there. Got that one over there. We've got a long one there. And then we've got some cow barns. Cow barns, not cow pastures. So what we'll do, we'll have a look into build mode first. Go to, not silos, sheds. And we'll roll across till we get to them. So we start off with that one there, which is the metal shed with workshop. That's 18,000 to buy it. Slot count on that one is 25, which comes down to 2. The one next door to that is the open metal shed. So that's the one with workshop. That's the open metal shed. That's 13 grand. That starts off at 12 slots, comes down to 1. The one next door to that is that one there. The metal shed 20 by 31 meters. That's 25 grand and starts off at 15 slots. And then we've got this one over here, which is the metal shed 40 by 12 meter, 15 grand. That starts off at 14 slots and comes down to 1. So those are the buildings. Now this one, open this up and come inside. We do have a light switch around the corner there. Now as far as the workshop, it says with workshop. I'm assuming the trigger's in here. There we go. Workshop triggers in there. So bring your vehicles in. Workshop triggers just inside. Like I said, these buildings, they look absolutely brilliant. So then the one next door is just an open shed. Light switch for this one is over here. But again, the weathering, the detail, the mottled effect, the marks, the stains on the floor. Really nicely done. This one over here, I think this opens both ends, even though the details of the security camera up there. Rusted doors. Absolutely brilliant. Now this one has got an exterior light, as you saw there, come on and off. And then on one of the pillars, that one here, we've got our interior lights. So yeah, drive through all the way through if you want, but again, really nicely detailed. Then over the back here, we've got the longer one. And I think the price is pretty good on these as well. I really like these. I might get one of these for my Griffin, Indiana. I think. Where's the light switch on here? Is it on one of these posts? I know there's a light switch because I turned it on. Oh, there we go. All the way down there. Light switch on and off. But again, really nice detail. Not too heavy on the slot counts. I mean, considering what you get and the level of detail on them, I think they're absolutely spot on. So that's the sheds. Then we move on to the cow barns. Now these two I've put out. I haven't put cows in that one. That one holds 30. That one holds 60. Other than that, they look exactly the same. I'll show you on this one. So our dialogue box is just there for our 60. We can open the gate. We need to open the gate because if you open the gate here and that end, you put your straw in inside there. The trigger comes up inside. Your feed trigger comes up just here. So feed outside, straw inside. You've then got your slurry point just there, and you've got your milk point just there. If you want to get manure from these, you'll need to put a separate manure heap or a manure heap extension to get your manure. But again, lighting is halfway down, like so. So that's those. You'll find these under build mode and animals. We're actually on our cows already, aren't we? So we've got these two here. 55,000 for the 30 cow one and 58,000 for the 60 cow one. They take up the same amount of space. They're like I say, almost identical. So for the extra £3 you might as well go for the one that holds 60. Unless you don't want to have 60 cows, but you could put 30 in, then when they reproduce, you fill them up to the 60, sell off the extra and keep going. You know, it's up to you, of course it is. Then we've got the ones next door. We've got one that holds 200. That's this one here, and then one that holds 300. Now the slots on these were, let me think, the one that holds 30 was 16 slots, the one that holds 60 was 14 slots. I don't know why it was lower, but it is. The one that holds 200 is 23 slots, and the one over here that holds 300, as you can see, much bigger footprint, more buildings, that's 28 slots. But that one there will set you back 105,000 for the 200 cows. That's that one there. And the one next door, that's much bigger, is 155,000 for 300 cows. So again, it depends how many you want to go for. But what's nice about these as well, we've got the slurry pit, dialogue box. Well, I'll show you the dialogue box first. Dialogue box is here. Feed trigger is down there. If we come around to the end here, we got a milk point there. Should have closed that. Oh, actually, they can't go through there. We can go through the walkway. Straw bedding is put in if you open the door that end and come into here. This is where you put the bedding in, so the trigger's just inside here. The light switch for this and the other one is here on the end. So if you're looking for the light switch for it, it's on this end of the building where the milk trigger is. If we go down to the other end, we've got our slurry pit. Now this is interesting because there's not a manure heap per se. It's not showing anything for manure, but that is for taking out. But that's the slurry pit. So I'm wondering whether it's got a built-in manure pit. Because I came up to this thinking, oh, maybe it's just a buy point for manure, and it wouldn't do anything. So I'm assuming when you do get some manure, that's what that'll be for. Anyway, like I say, this one here is the one you want to open. So you're going to require something fairly small to get in there, and probably not one that tips for doing your straw. All the triggers are exactly the same on this one over here. Straw goes in this first door just there. Slurry pit's just there. Then we've got this much wider section. Bedding is, feed is still up the sides here, but you can't get out that end. This is closed in sort of a horseshoe U shape, however you want to look at it. And the dialogue box is across the other side. When the bedding's in, you can see it's over there. And this also has its light switch up the other end, the same as the other one. But I really like them. I think they look fantastic. The whole set looks amazing. And yes, these take up a big space. But it works. It just looks right, you know. So yeah, that's the pack. 34.41 megabytes download. I don't think that's too bad at all, really. And the slot counts, I don't think any of them are too bad. That's the Cow Farm pack by Camelos0397. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard 4T by Zion. This is 4.81 megabytes download. 4 slots on console. You can have this is a 4,000 or an 8,000 litre capacity. 4,000 litre is like that, and then 8,000 adds the sideboards on. It's a nice looking trailer. It's not too expensive either, if I recall correctly. If I go back to equipment and we go to our trailers, yeah, £3 that's all for the base model. No, that's not the right one. That's the one. So 75,000 litres. How'd that work? That's the one we want. So 4,000 litres or 8,000 litres adds £2 on. So still, that's only £5. That's not too bad, is it? You got an upper attacher or a lower attacher. I think I went for upper. It didn't change anything on there, but it's where it will attach on the tractor, I think. Chassis colour, red or green. Rim colour, red. Green, red or grey. And there's license plate option on it as well. Fairly straightforward. Hook up to it. Its unload is just at the rear, so unload here. Nice animation, nice size trailer, great price. Lovely. That's by Zion. Next door to that, we've got the Lizard Gd430hs. Another one actually pretty good capacity and not a bad price either. it's quite heavy. It did take. I pulled it out with this, and I probably shouldn't have done. To be fair, we'll hook up. This one is rear tip only. We'll have a look at all the details in just a second, but reverse lights on as well. But when you unload here, this back section, which is like a clamp, comes down. It's brilliant. Look at that. That's pretty neat, isn't it? I think it's 23,000 litres, I want to say. Norsk design. Very cool. This should also find on the trailers. 18,500. Yes, that's not too bad for a 23,000 litre, really. I think. We've got the option of Michelin, Trelleborg, and Nokians. Nothing within those, just those tyre choices on those three. Then we've got an option for toolbox, yes or no. Mud flaps, we can have mud flaps front. It has got mud guards around the tyres already, but it's just to stop stuff flicking up. You can have rear or front and back if you want. Then decals, we've got black front, black sides, black front and sides. Then you go white front, white sides, white front and sides. And then back to that again. There's no option to have them off completely. Their main colour, any one of those. As you can see, and a license plate option on it as well. We've already seen it tip. So yeah, I think to be fair, for 23,000 litre, it's not a bad price. But like I say, it is a fairly hefty unit. Being a triple axle as well, you might require something a little bit bigger than that to pull it around, especially when it's fully laden. So that's the Lizard Gd430hs. Oh, that was by JensM, sorry. 10.55 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. Moving on from there. We've got this. This is coming back to FS. We had it on 19, didn't we? This is the Estrela 32. This is by ALEKE DK. It's 21 slots, 24.85 megabytes download, 14.4 meters wide. This is a direct drill, and it will do all crop types. So this does everything. 14.4 meters. I think it's only 200,000 as well, which is pretty cool. I haven't opened this up yet, so I haven't seen the animation for opening up, so I'm going to see it at the same time as you. But it does fold up fairly narrow for gateways and that kind of stuff and on-road use. You'll find it under planters. Just there. Yeah, 200,000. So the slot count comes down from 21 down to 1. As you can see along the bottom there, it does all the crop types, so you don't have to have a separate seed and planter, it does all of it. 380 horsepower required, and it does split between seed and fertilizer. No options available, you get it just like that. So we'll jump into the tractor and we'll see what the split is for seed and fertilizer. So we've got 4,228 litres of fertilizer, 2,840 litres of seed. That's actually not too bad a split. Covers open, does that. Opens up the seed and the fertilizer covers all at the same time. Now I did find the fertilizer filled up from a buy anything silo, but I couldn't get it to do the seed, so I had to do the seed from pallets. So that puts the covers back on. Then we unfold. It's very cool. And like I say, for the price, you don't need a separate seeder and planter, it will do everything. It's a direct drill as well. Let's turn it on. Let's drop it down. Brilliant. Lighting on the back, look at that. For a bit of nocturnal work. That's pretty good lighting, actually, I have to say. Nice sound on the fans as well. Detail on it is really, really good. Oops, sorry. Excellent. That's the Estrela 32 by ALEKE DK. Let's turn the lights off. Turn it off. Raise it up and fold it away. I love the bit of wobble on there. It lifts up onto the one set of wheels. Everything moving around. Brilliant. Okay, which brings us on to the next of the mods, and it's this. This is the Massey Ferguson 2013 and Valtra BDF1300. This is by Holzs FS, 8.09 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. Now, weirdly, this says in the mod hub, Massey Ferguson 2013 and Valtra BDF1300 distribute fertilizers and seeds with capacity of 1300 litres and a working width between 18 and 36 metres. Now, I've only found a fertilizer version of this. I haven't found any way to switch it over. I haven't found anything under seeders, planters, nothing at all. So I don't know if that's a typo. As far as I can tell, it's just for fertilising. 1300 litre capacity, fertiliser spreader, 36 metres, and you can knock that down to 18 metres if you want. If you don't want it as a 3-point link mounted, you can have this trailer adapter that comes with the pack. So it's 5 slots for the fertilizer and 3 slots for the trailer. Only problem is you have to lift this up to put it onto the trailer. It doesn't automatically attach, so you have to kind of do a bit of... I just used that, my big bag handler. I'd use it with most stuff. So you'll find this under fertilizer spreaders. There we go. So you can have it Massey Ferguson 2013, or you can have it the Valtra Fertilizer BDF 1300M. Capacity is the same, spread width is the same, everything else is the same, it just changes the manufacturer, that's all. And if we go down to miscellaneous, I think it was. There we go, there's the adaptation trailer, 1200 to buy, slot count comes down from 3 to 1. No options on that, you get it just like that. So what I will do, that's showing you on the back, and as you can see top left, we can change it from 36 metres to 18 metres now work width. We can unload it as well, so if you need to, well, I say swap over, there's nothing to swap it over to. There's no option for crops and that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to just lower that and drop it off. We'll put it on the trailer just so you can see it attached to the trailer as well. And then we'll do a bit of spreading. So. I guess you can use forks and stuff like that. It may be you just get, if there might be a sweet spot, and if you line up just right, it will load up automatically, but I couldn't find it. It reaches a point sometimes when you're looking around mods and you're trying to work something out where you've got to weigh up how long do you spend looking for something before you need to move on to the next mod to set up. You know, it's that kind of thing. There we go, let's drop that there. It should give me the option to attach. There we go. And we're on. Start up. Out to 36 metres. And away we go. So if you've got a smaller tractor and you don't want to put that over the back axle, then put it on the adaptation trailer. Or you've got very undulating terrain or whatever you want. You know, it just works. It's very cool. So that's the Massey Ferguson 2013 and Valtra BDF 1300 by Holzs FS, which brings you on to the next mod, which is also by Holzs FS, and it's also a Massey Ferguson Valtra. This is the Massey Ferguson 326 and Valtra 2617. This is 13.92 megabytes download, 10 slots for the seeder. We've then got a coupler attacher, that's 1 slot, and then we've got a tandem attacher, which we've got over there, which is 2 slots. We'll have a look at all of them in a moment. Now, you can bring it out to the field like this, fold it up. There's a bit of a procedure for unfolding this. It took a little while for me to work it out, but anyway, I got there. So you can bring it out like that. Well, like I said, there's a tandem trailer, which means you can link 2 together. So you can take your 4.3 metres, take it out to 8.6 by linking 2 together. That's quick maths, that was. It does say it's a direct drill, which we're going to check in just a second. You'll find it under seeders. I think it was seeders. There we go. 12 grand for a 4.3 metre. That's not too bad. 95 horsepower required. So you've got configuration standard or with transport wheels. So if you want to have it just like that and take it out to the field like that, if you've got enough space down roads or your fields or whatever, or you're going to put it on the tandem trailer, you can. But if you've got narrow lanes and stuff, and you want the transport wheels on, you can put the transport wheels on and off, and then you can fold it up from there. Then you've got the option of the Massey Ferguson 326 or the Valtra Fine BP 2617. This was on FS19 as well, I'm sure it was. And then again with this, if we come down to, I want to say miscellaneous again. There we go. The transport coupling is 800 and one slot, no options on it. And then the tandem trailer is 2,500. Also comes down to one slot. That was only two anyway. That was one already, so not too bad. So as far as, hopefully we get this right. So transporting it, you want to attach to this end with the coupler. However, unfolding it is a little bit of a different prospect. So what we're going to do is L1. It's L1. Is it R1? R1. Right stick up and down. Puts that down, which is, that's where we want to be. Then we want to detach from that end and come to the other end. For some reason it will only let you do it one end. Whoa, bit of a slide there. Come to this end, hook up, and then unfold cedar. Unfolding cedar puts the legs down. We can then raise and lower this manually to get it to the deck, like so, and we disconnect. Once that's done, we're good to go. So we can go in the normal fashion. I'm going to just remove the coupler. I could put it on the front, so if you're doing stuff and you need to take your coupler with it, you can switch it around and put it on the front, but for the time being I'm just going to whiz round and we'll hook up. So that's how you unfold it. Folding it, folding it back up is just the opposite. Now you can do it from here. This one, you can fold it up out the way from here if you want to, but I just find it makes it a little bit easier to handle doing it the other way. So we turn this on. Okay, why we're not working? Lower cedar first. Ah, you don't turn it on, just raise and lower it. So as you can see, direct drill, 4.3 meters, no problem at all once the wheels are sorted. Lovely. Got a nice bit of movement there on each section. You see those moving up and down the ground. Lovely. So what we'll do is we'll lift the cedar. So that's it on its individual operation. What we'll do is hopefully get that to about there. Disconnect it and move out of the way. So then we've got the tandem coupler. Now I think this has to be unfolded, but we'll double check. Once you've attached the trailer to it, the cedar to it, it's a solid connection, it doesn't wobble, so reversing it actually isn't too bad. And because it sets it back a little bit, it doesn't matter that, well, they need to overlap because the actual seed units are inset from the wheels, so they need to overlap ever so slightly. So what we'll do is switch to that one and lower the cedar. I think I've got them both on notes. Switch to that one, yeah. Lower cedar. So then we've got an 8.6 meter on the frame. Actually, did I unfold the frame? Unfold tandem. Does that swing it out or something? Oh, didn't seem to do anything. Oh, it just gives a bit of flexibility while you're moving when you unfold it. So there you go. When you're attached, so you don't have to have those wheels, but you can if you want, and you can do single, double. I think that's cool as well. Brilliant. The price isn't too bad. 24 grand, 26 if you add on the coupler for an 8.6 meter cedar. Awesome. Right, so what we need to do is go to that, lift cedar up, go to that one, lift cedar up. Did I show you the cover open on it? I didn't, did I? Cover open. I'm going to do that one as well, from here as well. Puts the steps down, opens both. This was the same, it did the fertilizer no problem, but the seed had to go to a pallet to do it. So, there we go. I hope that was clear. I hope so. Anyway, yeah, that's the Massey Ferguson 326 and Valtra 2617 by Holzs FS. Next, we've got this, and I love it. It's either the Lizard Dino or the Lizard Dino. I'm going to say Dino, 4x4. It's by SleutjesModding, 5.77 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. Now, we've had a few little buggies like this, and they're cool and they're fun or whatever. The suspension on this is something else. When you're turning and at speed, the lean on it it's brilliant. Plus you can do your age. So all up to 99, you'd be fine. I'm not quite there yet. It's not expensive either. It's 4,500. It's brilliant. So if we go down to, or they're already there, cars. That one there, yeah, 4,500. 200 horsepower. Starts off like that. Stickers, you can have blaze, a line. So if you want stripes. Now that does say camo, but on the side you can just about see it. I had a try on different colours as well. I think it might need an update because the camo's not really showing up particularly well. That's pretty cool. I do like that. But I think I went for the blaze. Yeah, didn't I? Yeah. So those are your options on that, or no. If we go for line on this one, then we've got numbers. The first number goes from 0 to 9. Second number, actually if we put one on, and then the second number, again 0 to 9, so you can do any configuration you like. Then you've got cabin, no, protective screen, window, or back off again. So if you like getting mud splashed in your face, great. If you don't want branches in your face, you'd probably want that. And then you've got exhaust short or long. Wheel setup, we've got standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to standard again. Main colour, like that. Design colour does the metal work around. I think I went for the light grey, so it looks sort of more metallic. There's not actually metallic for that, but that's what I went with. Design colour will do the stripe, or whichever decal you've gone for. Rim colour does the rim colour, and there's a license plate option on it too. So let's hop in. Lights, horn, as you might expect. Now, if we start, look, just the acceleration and braking, look at the suspension, which is cool already. Look at the lean. Shocks doing their thing, but that lean, I think it does absolutely mint. Got a nice bit of suspension movement on there. I think it's the best one I've come across yet for suspension and stuff. It's brilliant. It don't hang about either. First person, I mean, I went for the protective frame. Whoa. I was going to put a ramp out. Look at that. I know, I'm a child. But it is pretty cool. Get some friends together on a multiplayer. Talking of multiplayer, that was a good segue, wasn't it? If you're looking for a multiplayer server, Gportal is the way to go. My Discord server runs them. We're running Gportal servers. There's a link in the description. If you use my reflink, you can get a discount as well. So if you fancy getting some of these together and doing a bit of racing with your friends, I know it's farming, but you know, you can take a break from farming and have a bit of a race around the fields and stuff. Gportal, maybe just what you're looking for. Anyway, that being said, so that's the Lizard Dino by SleutjesModding, which means we're on to the last of the mods for today, and this makes a return as well. Lucas Island, it brought me straight back to Lucas Island. This is the small truck. This is by Centro Sul, 13.72 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. There's a few different configurations we can have on this. We've got a bale loading one, or pallets, whatever you want to put on there. We've got one that's, I think is this 4,000, 8,000 litres as well, and then we've got a livestock one on the back. Big change, or one of the big changes to this is, well, one, it doesn't take us long to get going. The previous version, when you started the engine up, there was quite a long pause while it built up, you know, enough pressure in, well, to get going, and also loads of tyre choices on this one as well. Again, neater, crisper, tidier. It just, yeah, it really works. This also works with the Kubota DLC for transporting passengers. So if you want to take a passenger with you in the buddy seat. Well, I say buddy seat, I mean it's a buddy cushion. It looks like a towel rolled up, but you can if you want to, which is pretty cool too. Now, this you'll find also under cars. Just there, it's only 15 grand, which is pretty cool. Horsepower's not massive, but that's okay. So like I said, we've got a bale trailer option, 4,000 litre, 8,000 litre, animal transport. The animal transport will do, let me just double check. I thought it said on here. Oh no, it says on here, doesn't it? Animal transport. 2 cows, 4 pigs, 4 sheep, or 2 horses. You can put 2 horses in there if you want. So those are your options on those. We've got wheel brand, we've got a 4x2 or a 4x4. So if you want to join that all up and have a 4-wheel drive, you can. So we start off with a 20 rim, 18 rim, 20 rim 2, 20 rim 3, 20 rim 4, 18 rim 2, 18 rim 3, 20 rim 5, back to 20 rims. So there's a whole lot of different tyre choice, rim size options on there. Attachers, yes or no, so you can have a trailer hitch on the back if you want to tow stuff around as well. Engine setup, we've got a whopping 13 horsepower, or if you want to stick a turbo on there, up to 25. Hub colour, we can change the hubs. There's a whole lot of different colours, metallics and things. Have a bit of a play around and see what you think, but you can change the hub colour. Main colour, again, anything on that palette. Body design, that puts a strip down the side. And then for this particular one, we've got a cage colour. If we go for, we've got metallic there. Really great. We have got a chrome, which gives you a more metallic look, but you can change the colour of the framework on there as well. Rim colour you can change to. And then we got, we haven't got a license plate on this one. No. If we go back up to the top though, we switch that and then that. You'll notice that nothing else changes colour-wise. It's only if you do it for the cage. We go down to there. We've just got you. Come on, that doesn't want to stay there. There we go. Body design and rim colour, but obviously not cage because it's not on there after that. So let's hop in. Well, that one's just got straps on it. That's fairly straightforward. Straps on and off. The one that this tips. Well, but it does have straps inside as well. So. Lights. Is there a horn? Don't think so. It does go up to 24 miles an hour though. So, unload. Tip side back, tip side left, tip side right. Go tip side back. We'll do that. It doesn't actually tip. If we go tip side left, we'll do that. And obviously tip side right is just the reverse of that. Let's see if I can get all of that out. Just so I can show you then it does have straps as well. So even in this configuration, you can put pallets and stuff in if you wanted to. As you can see. Oh, fond memories. Nice tyre deformation on the rear tyres as well. Once you've got the weight over there. It's like the old swamp buggies. It's a little bit like a swamp buggy. And then we've got the livestock one here. Everything else is the same, lights and whatever, but on the back we have the option to open back cover. Nice bit of a squeak there. And transport your livestock. Brilliant. What's not to like? That's the small truck by Farm Centro Sul, and that's it for the mods for today. It's hump day. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.